All right. This is Off Trail.
Off Trail.
Off Trail with Luke and Chandler. I'm Luke.
I'm Chandler.
And this
Is Off Trail.
is Off Trail. It's great. And we're going to have to just keep playing with that intro. But
Yeah.
It's fun. Just
It's
to
fun. I like it.
mix it up.
Yeah.
But this will be a fun episode, I think.
I'm excited about this one.
You know, but I think before we get into that, I just want to say something real quick. You know, I'm getting low on pink juice. And I see you're getting low on pink juice too. But the viewers at home don't know that we're actually low on pink juice for different reasons. Why are you low on pink juice, Chandler?
Well, you see, so we're drinking out of these really
Fancy glasses.
fancy wine glasses. We're
Sophisticated.
pretty prestigious here at Bushwhacker HQ. And almost did it again. Well, you see, my clumsy self knocked my glass over and spilled pink juice all over this table.
Yeah, but
Yep.
3 minutes ago it was covered in pink juice.
It was covered in pink juice, and we thought we lost our audio equipment, but no, we're fine.
Wait, our audio equipment. This
Okay,
is
your
my
audio equipment. Sorry.
audio equipment.
Under Bushwhackers HQ.
No, I bought this
everything.
like 5 years ago. Anyway, this is going to be a fun episode. We're going to do a little mailbag episode.
Yeah.
Q&A.
Little Q&A.
Ask me anything.
This is the first
AMA.
time I've ever done a Q&A.
Yeah, I've never done one on my
'Cause
account.
I know a lot of people do them, and I've never really. I just assumed nobody cares enough to do it
Yeah,
at me. So
and you know, it's it'll be fun. And we're doing it kind of like through and for bushwhackers. It's not like it's necessarily supposed to be questions about you or
us
yeah,
specifically,
it's
yeah.
hopefully geared towards bushwhackers. Though we can give you a little sneak hint preview that there is definitely a couple weird ones.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into it.
Yeah.
Chandler, you got a good question to start us out?
I got. Let's see.
Read the question. Tell us who it's from.
So let's do this first question, which came from our good buddy, Bryce Doherty.
Ah, Bryce.
Love Bryce. He asked, "Why does Chandler always shave his beard?" And well, Bryce,
That's because he's 12.
that's because I can't grow a beard.
Because he's 12.
Because you have to stop telling people I'm 12.
But
They're gonna believe it.
But you tell people that. Fair enough.
Moving on.
Next question.
Hey, you go?
I'll go. Let's see what I got here. Okay. Oh, this is another good one about Chandler. From our good friend, Ben Thayer.
Oh my gosh,
Ben Joby1 on Instagram.
let's hear it.
What is up with Chandler's foot obsession? Is he okay?
Next question.
Okay, we're just going to move on. Okay? If we're not going to do that, we're going to do this one from our good buddy, Road Dog Travel, Luke Stankiewicz.
Stankiewicz?
Road Dog, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I actually don't know how to say your last name.
Yeah,
But you're still a good friend of ours.
he's great.
The question is, it's very intimate, boxers or briefs?
This is for you to answer.
Nothing. Just kidding. Briefs for sure, all the way.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Solid question.
Solid question.
Next question.
Thank you, Road Dog. Let's do this question from Will Mars. He asks, "Do you guys ever plan on doing a international bushwhacker trip?"
Not with you, Will.
Yeah, we
Just
do.
kidding, Will.
He wouldn't fit on a plane.
No, he's tall
So,
too.
yeah.
Slender man.
Slenderman.
But no, I think, you know, that is definitely something that is on our radar.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough because, especially an international trip, there's a ton more planning and logistical stuff to take care of.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go through customs. So,
Yeah.
like that alone is already another hurdle.
Mhm.
You know, everyone would need passports. There's just more to it.
Yeah.
And right now, with where we're at with bushwhackers, it's just not something we can feasibly do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's okay. We do a lot of good stuff now, but international would be good.
Yeah.
at
We
some
want
point.
to at some point.
Yeah, you know, and
Um,
like if we get to the point where we can run workshops, like, you know,
We could do an Iceland workshop.
yeah, we can do Iceland.
Like a bushwhacker trip to Iceland would be so cool.
Yeah. I mean, so yes, the answer is we will consider
Mhm.
international stuff, But at this very moment, we're just not in the right place to do that. But it is definitely something that we're going to look at one day.
Yep.
And that'll be fun because, it'll just open up new doors for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the only place that I've been out of the country besides Niagara Falls, which...
That doesn't count.
Is Cabo San Lucas in Mexico.
Yeah.
And Cabo's sweet.
Yeah.
But let's be real. It's not like it's really international travel.
Yeah, not really.
So,
I've never been out of the country, so...
You've probably been out of Utah. Just kidding. But it will be fun to one day do something like that.
Yeah.
And not just international stuff, but just doing trips to places that are farther away. Say, like, to Cannon Beach, like the Oregon coastline.
Yeah.
Like, we could do, workshops out there, which would be a lot
That'd
of
be
fun
amazing,
to go
doing
do.
the whole Oregon coast.
Yeah, or
workshop
going
or
up
something.
to, like, North Cascades
Yeah.
in Washington.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get to a point one day where stuff like that will be feasible for us.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be, like, often by any means, but, we can set something like that up once, twice a year, and eventually, have quite a bit of options like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just, it's like you said, there's a lot of planning and logistical stuff that has to go into that. And we have so much that we're focusing on right now that it's just like, we don't have time to think about it right now.
And a lot of what we've already done when we're planning for it, it's like, we have a general idea, like, oh, we're going down to the desert. It's BLM land. We can basically camp anywhere. And we know the area so well that we actually don't really have to plan anymore, which makes trips 10 times
It's
easier.
so much easier, yeah.
It's like, if I want to go down to St. George, it's like, I know exactly where everything is. I know where I can camp. Like, I have backups for my backups for camping spots. Like,
we've already done all the research, so it's like we don't have to, it's just, we know where it all is.
yeah. So it's just easy to do that stuff and not have to put all the extra time in that something like an international trip would realistically require.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's obviously more liability issues with doing something like an international trip too, which at some point we will be capable of taking on.
Yeah.
So it'll be in the works
Yeah.
at some point, Will, but you're going to have to be patient.
Yeah. Just wait. All right.
Next question. I think you got another good one over there, probably, right?
I've got a couple, yeah.
Okay, let's hear one.
Let's see here. Let's do this question from our friend. Let's see. What is his last name? Our friend Nick. Nick Amp. He's out in California. He asked, does Squatch have a family? Squatch does have a family.
I really wish Squatch could be here right now
I know.
to tell us himself.
Yeah.
He's currently out running some errands. But, I will say it's also a little tough to get some of this info out of Squatch. And
yeah, he's a little bit...
He's shy.
Yeah.
He's learning to come out to humans. But the other thing that makes it tough is that he actually doesn't know English very well.
Yeah, it's
So
funny.
so we have to find a translator.
Yeah, he doesn't really know. He's not totally cued in on speaking it yet, but like he can type,
Yeah, well, he uses Google Translate. They added Squatchanese to Google Translate, so it's easy enough for him, But yeah, so he's got a family. To get back to the question,
Yeah.
He grew up in the PNW, never staying in one place too long because they got chased around. So
Yeah, you can't.
but,
When you're being hunted, it's...
yeah, it's tough
You know.
to really settle down with
Yeah.
your family. But he does have a family. There's a mama Squatch and a papa Squatch.
Yeah.
And he does have he's told us a handful of siblings, but he does have an extensive amount of cousins.
Yep, he does.
And they've done family trips, he said. He's told me about the time they went to the Indiana Dunes National Park
Oh yeah.
for a family vacation, and
That's right,
it
yeah.
sounded like an amazing time.
Yeah.
It's actually higher on his list than I would have imagined it would be.
Yeah. He's got a pretty extensive, like, national park, like, ranked. He
Oh,
has them all
he's-
ranked and
he's
stuff.
been to
and
all
He's
of
been to
them.
all of them. Yeah.
I mean, he's the realest of bushwhackers.
Yeah. He's been to 63 out of 63 national parks. There's 63, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I think he's even told me like he knows what one they're going to make the 64th park, and he's also been there.
Oh, he has.
Yes,
Dude, he's got all the inside.
He's been around.
He's got the inside scoop on everything.
He's got an impressive history.
Well, when you're as old as he is, like you've seen,
Yeah.
you know, he's seen
Yeah.
some stuff.
He
So-
has, you know, and that also, you know, it's tough because we don't have too many details of his backstory.
Yeah, he's a little bit more quiet about, you know, stuff with his family and stuff. So
Yeah, he kind of hinted that something happened. And
yeah,
he just doesn't like to talk about it, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We're not gonna pressure him.
yeah. No, we love having Squatch around, and we don't want him to, you know, feel like, you know, we a lot of people really want a lot of info on Squatch just because
He's Squatch.
he's Squatch. Yeah, so like we try to, you know, respect that privacy.
Yeah, and you know he doesn't really have access to all the technology we do, so
Yeah.
it's hard to get hold of him sometimes. Sometimes
It
he
is.
just likes to go up in the mountains and hang out, and we don't hear from him for days.
Yeah, and he shows back up and just to get another stash of Oreos and
Yeah, I mean he hasn't
Takes
been
off.
posting lately.
yeah,
I actually hope he was okay for all that time.
I'm sure he is, you know.
But
But
next question.
next question.
I think
Do you want to go?
I got one here.
Okay.
So this one is from our friend who stayed with us recently, and funny enough is actually about 15 feet to my left right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Campbell. We had him on the podcast, Bush Talk. Bryce, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Bryce submitted a question. What is the weirdest town you've traveled to?
The weirdest town?
The weirdest town.
Oh.
That's actually interesting. I have the first. I'll
don't know
go.
that I've-
I'll go first because
Yeah.
the first one that comes to mind is Shiprock, New Mexico.
Oh. Okay, I think we have the same one. Because I would agree.
And it's tough to really say what it is
Yeah.
about that place.
There's an air there.
It's just a weird vibe.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with the people. It's something about it just being really close and connected to Native American culture
Yeah.
that it's a different feel.
Yeah.
And it takes some getting used to. But that's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah. That was weird because that trip that we did down there back in February, you know, we got there. We were trying to find a camping spot, and we got told, like, don't stay here because you could get robbed. And so we had to drive somewhere else and, you know, go stay in a motel somewhere. But, yeah, that was an interesting town. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. Next question.
Next question. Let's see here. Another one from Road Dog.
Road Dog coming in clutch
Coming in
with the
clutch
questions.
with
I'm
the
sure
questions.
this one's good as well.
This one's good. This one's going to be, I think you're going to like this one.
Oh, gosh.
So he asked, Chevy or Ford? And I think
Road Dog.
I think to respect the question, you know, we're both Toyota guys. All of us here at Bushwhackers.
For good reasons.
Yeah. We're all Toyota peeps. We're going to leave Toyota out of it. We already know that Toyota's the best. But between Chevy and Ford.
So we're picking the best loser. is what
Yeah,
we're doing.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the framing of that better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't appreciate this question from Road Dog.
Yeah.
He's still a good friend, though.
Yeah.
Chevy or Ford? Well,
I have.
I have an answer, and I would choose Ford.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't have great reasons.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the Ford Ranger has been updated more recently
Mm-hmm.
than the Colorado. And I guess I'm also looking at this more so from the framing of just trucks and nothing else.
Yeah.
'Cause truly nothing else matters to me. But again, I don't have good reasons for this. And I'll probably get some good feedback from this from people. But when I see a Chevy Colorado out on the road, I do laugh to myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just think, why didn't you get a Tacoma?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I've seen a lot of people building out Colorados recently into
haven't.
like overlanding vehicles. I've seen several people doing it.
See, I just don't look for those people.
Well,
But
not all of us are, as high on our horse as you are. So.
Tacoma's just the greatest.
Yeah, whatever.
But so I don't know. Like, I don't care much for the Colorado.
Yeah.
Not that I have a great reason to say that. And I've always said if I was going to get a full size pickup, that I would get the F-150.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a great reason for that. But
Yeah.
but I would get an F-150. I wouldn't get a Tundra.
Yeah.
Much to Bryce Campbell's disdain, but I would get the F-150. I think just maybe I like the look of it or something. But
It's. I mean,
they're built Ford tough too,
it's,
so that's
yeah,
nice.
Ford tough. Yeah. I mean, I would agree. I think, Ford is. It's funny. Like I don't know if you've ever driven a Ford Focus or a Ford Fiesta. No, a Ford Fiesta.
I've totaled a Ford Focus.
Well, so you have. You've experienced it. I think so. I at one point I drove a Ford Fiesta as a rental car.
Was this before or after you ran your Jetta into
I am
the salt
going
flats?
to. We're not going to talk about this. You jerk. Long before the salt flats incident. No, I drove a Ford Fiesta as a rental car. The worst car I've ever driven in my entire life. I hated every second of driving that car. And I just think Ford never did a good job at making cars. Their trucks are obviously better. Everybody drives their trucks. Everybody drives
Yeah.
F-150s, and
Yeah.
the Raptor is obviously
Raptor's incredible.
sick.
It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
It's so cool.
And I used to drive an Escape.
That's right. I remember
And,
that. Yeah.
and it was a great car.
Yeah.
I did like it. It was two-wheel drive, and it wasn't suitable for what I needed here in Utah. It was
Yeah.
fine for back in the Midwest, but not here. I needed something with four-wheel.
Yeah.
So I had to change out. But I will tell you one thing, and you're going to agree with this, that honestly, in a way, it almost does start to push Toyota a little bit, and is the only thing I think I would consider switching away from the Tacoma for, and that's the new Bronco.
I was just gonna say, yeah,
That new Bronco.
that Bronco
is amazing.
It's freaking sick.
It
not
is.
not the sorry, not the sports. Sorry,
No,
all you
sorry.
sport owners.
Yep. Sorry,
You're just-
sorry, Kevin Schultz, but
Yeah.
the sports are not as great as the main ones.
No, you're a bunch of wannabes.
But
the good Broncos are sick.
when they're built out, the thing is, I don't know if there's a car that looks better built out than that Bronco.
I don't know that there is. They genuinely are. They're super cool.
They look beefy.
Yeah.
And they look bad.
They look.
And
Yeah. That's yeah.
And I want one.
Yeah, same. I've heard that there's this is the tricky thing with Ford versus Toyota is I've heard that a lot of people have had problems with transmission or engine issues with the Bronco and whatnot, but you don't typically get those with Toyotas, and that's
why I chose.
why
mine.
we chose Toyota.
Yep.
But that you can't deny how freaking cool the
No.
Bronco is.
The Bronco is easily what puts Ford in the number 2 slot for me.
Yeah.
That alone, honestly,
Yeah.
get rid of all the other Fords.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
even need the Ranger at this point.
Nope.
But I just want a Bronco.
No F-150. Mustang's stupid.
Yeah,
Just keep a
like,
Bronco.
I think one day when and I dream of this day when I have tons of money,
Mm-hmm.
but I will have my beloved Tacoma
Yeah.
in army green,
Yep.
built out, look amazing. But I will also have
Go
a Bronco.
fast camper on top.
Go fast. But I will also have a Bronco.
That would be sweet.
That's the life.
Yeah.
I dream of that day.
Do you?
I do.
That's nice. I'm glad you sleep well.
Yeah.
All right.
You got another question there? I'm actually out of questions, so let's go to yours.
Well,
See what you got.
Nobody likes you, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go over to the. Pull a question from here real quick. We got a couple.
Let the record show I'm out of pink juice because I've drinking all mine.
Well, you know what's funny is I spilled mine and I'm still not out of pink juice. So try harder.
By definition, I've tried harder.
That's. Can we cut that? Can we?
No.
All right. We have a question here from Bryce Campbell.
Again?
Again.
Wow. Bryce.
He's question happy
I
today.
appreciate your support.
I know. He's over there. The wheels are spinning.
Yeah, he's just cheesing over there.
I know.
He's
Look
got
at
his Cane's
He's
cup.
so happy with that happy camper hat on. Oh my gosh. What a cutie.
Oh, he took it off. Now he's mad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he's happy again.
The middle finger. No. Okay, so he asked, what is one place you never want to photograph again?
Easy. Mesa Arch.
Mesa Arch. And you've been to Mesa Arch how many times?
Never.
Yeah. I've been
Never
once.
been, but I don't want to go and shoot it.
Yeah, never.
I'm sorry. It's just, and this is probably a good time to talk about it.
Yeah,
because,
let's get this. Yeah, let's.
Because I don't know. That
as
shot.
as we say on the Bushwhacker U series, let's dive in. We do a lot of diving in on
Oh,
that.
you say that?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
dive
that's
right
cool.
in.
But I don't know. The Mesa Arch, the traditional one that people take, is just not a photo that I like.
I mean, yeah.
And I quite literally have zero desire to go shoot that.
I feel the same way, and I'm sure you feel it for the two reasons too. But there's the fact of it's not a composition that I'm real excited about.
No.
I don't really care for it. The second part is every other person and their dog takes that photo. And when you go to take a photo, I mean, it doesn't matter when you show up. There's going to be so many other people there. Like the one time I went, it was on like a Wednesday afternoon in the middle of a thunderstorm. And there was still like 15 people at that dang arch. That dang arch, which would fit in this room. It's tiny. It's why is this cool? Sorry. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion from both of us, but
Yeah, I mean, I've never even seen it. Like, I know nothing about it besides the photos I see of it.
Yeah.
And it does not interest me at all.
no.
Like, if I can go my whole life having never gone there, I will die a happy man.
I think that's your goal, is to never go there.
It kind
So,
of is.
Yeah.
It kind of is. But, yeah, it's just not a shot. Like, when I see it, I'm like, nope, don't like it.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to be fair. And I have said this publicly. It was a while back. I don't remember when. But there is a shot, or a composition at least, but the first shot that I saw of this composition from our buddy Scott Osborne.
I was just thinking about this, yeah.
And I hate to admit it, but I did like his shot at Mesa Arch. But that's because he showed the whole arch.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just looking through the little slot and cutting off the top half of your photo.
Mm-hmm.
He actually had a unique composition of it that I thought was good, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's what's tricky about Mesa Arch, is it's the fact that there are so many people who show up there, it's really hard to get something that's unique. I mean, there's no room to even stand. So, I mean, you're crammed right up against that arch. So it's like, well, you could back up and take a full-size picture of it, but then you have all the people in the arch, or in the shot. So it's a tricky spot to get like a good composition of the arch itself. Now, the overlook that's around the arch, that's on the other side of the arch, that what you look through the arch to see, that's super cool. That's amazing. And there's tons of photo opportunity there. But it's like you have to go around the arch. So.
Yeah. Now, I guess let's try and actually answer the question I guess you did. I didn't.
Yeah.
But
well, I think I have a different.
You have another question?
No, a different answer.
A different answer.
A
Okay,
different answer.
great.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. You
Yeah,
go first.
I'll say it is tough. So the question, I want to make sure I got this right, was what place do you not want to go back to?
What is one place you never want to photograph again?
Oh, man. Never want to photograph again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's so hard because of all the places that we've gone. Because the trick, I think, is you can shoot things differently. So, one of the things that comes to mind is maybe like toadstool hoodoos.
Mm-hmm.
I've shot that, and I think it's okay. But I know you can shoot it astro.
Yeah.
So it's like I would maybe like to get that one day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's tough when you think of all those different options of how you can shoot. That makes it a little harder, I think. So I don't know if I have a good answer actually, because like there are different ways to shoot everything.
Yeah.
Because even a place like um, Crater Lake, like I went to, like it was really cool,
Yeah.
and I got a couple photos at least that I like, but it's not like I was stoked about those photos.
Yeah.
But even then, I know there's a Milky Way photo that I want to get there.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's tough until you've really done, like shot something in all the ways it can be shot
Mm-hmm.
like that. I'm not saying just get a composition, but you know, to like exhaust the options of Milky Way, sunrise, sunset, like all those, it's kind of tough.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, it's like I have a place, and you know about this place, and I don't know how many times I've shot at this place trying to
Yeah.
get something unique.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get something that's like super unique at this place. And so my knee jerk reaction is like, I never want to photograph here again because I've tried it 100 times and I think I've kind of milked it as far as I can go, you know? But still, when I think about like, well, I can do astro and I can do all these other things, then I'm like, well, maybe I'm not done shooting there, you know?
Yeah.
So-
That's the tough part, but I know what place you're talking about, and I could say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's another place that's close to that area that I would put in that list, maybe. But I think that leads into another conversation. This wasn't really part of the question, but it's more so along the lines of, do I need to shoot a place again?
Yeah,
And-
you and I have had this conversation.
Yeah, and
lot.
I think this would make for an interesting conversation to end this episode on.
Yeah.
So, I have a shot of this place down in southern Arizona, or I
Northern
guess it's actually northern Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right near the border of Arizona and Utah. And it's a pretty, I guess, well-known shot. You see it a lot on
Mhm.
Instagram. But I got that shot with an incredible looking sky. And the way that I shot the composition is really the only composition to shoot of that place.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess suppose you could really try, but it's the best composition that there really is.
Yeah.
And so after I got that photo and edited it, the thought went through my mind. It's like, no matter how many times I shoot this place again, I will never, chances are, I will never get a better photo than what I got there.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, like, why would I even bother setting my camera up there again
Yeah.
at that particular spot? Because why do I need to, you know, get more frames of that if quite literally it's going to take a miracle to get a better sky than that
Yeah.
and get better conditions? Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. No.
And so it's an interesting feeling because it kind of takes a location off of your list in a way.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't need to go back. Do I want to go back? Sure, it's a really cool place. I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
But I don't need to photograph it again.
Yeah. I think it just, it makes an opportunity where you can just, you can go back and you can just kind of enjoy it more rather than focus on like, what photos am I going to get?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and you don't want to force a photo too. So,
No, yeah, you don't want to do that. But it is almost a strange feeling to look at a place that is popular and be like, if I go there, I have no reason to set up my camera
yeah.
at that spot again.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's just a weird feeling to have.
Yeah.
But it's something too that I think like that in a way that's kind of the goal
Yeah.
of what we're doing. It's like that's why you go out and pursue a great sky at a spot, and it's why you keep going back to all these places over and over again, is to try and get that shot that basically finishes it for you, so that you never have to go back again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that you'll never be wondering, well, what if this happened?
Yeah.
And like for right now, there's two spots, that spot and somewhere else. Actually, the spot we mentioned earlier, that I have shots like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm done there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, well, I am the same way. I have a couple places where it's like, it's about as good as it's going to get. That's always, It's not that I'll never go shoot there again, but it's like
Right.
I don't go there and I don't stress about like, oh, I need to get like my dream shot of this location anymore. I just go and enjoy it now. So
Yeah.
it just makes it nice.
Which is good. It's it allows you to really be present.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly.
And it's a good place to be in. I'm not complaining
Yeah.
by any means. I got a great photo, and now I can really enjoy places for what they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That was a good episode too.
That was really good. Yeah.
I think this mailbag thing is something that needs to happen more. And for all of you out there listening, submit questions anytime you want.
Yeah.
Leave comments on this YouTube video. Hit us up on Instagram. Throw questions our way. We'd love to make more of these videos and really engage with you guys in this fashion. And as you can see, this is a little bit more of a fun, casual setting anyway. So
Yeah, we're spilling pink juice and
yeah, almost ruining all my audio equipment,
yeah,
but
it's-
that's okay.
It's fine, it's no big deal.
So if you're out there listening and you like this, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, just so you get notified when
Yeah.
we launch a new video.
Yeah.
And if you care to like this video, that helps us out. And
Hit the bell button, leave a comment.
yeah, be good. So
What are they? Smash that
that like button.
2022 style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
What?